Hello and welcome to AddEvent Integrations with Zapier. I'm Marissa. I'm going to help you get set up with HubSpot today, integrating data from AddEvent to HubSpot. So we'll walk through an example. You can do this with all of the different triggers and actions, but for this one, we're just going to go ahead and do one example today. So I'm on Zapier AddEvent integration page. You can get here by going to zapier.com and searching for AddEvent in the search bar up here. Alternatively, if you're on the AddEvent website under Solutions and Integrations, you can go ahead and search for whatever integration you're looking for. I was in the HubSpot one since we're going to use HubSpot for our walkthrough today. And I'm going to go ahead and jump back into Zapier. Cool. So if we are looking for a specific app, we can search for the pairing app. In this example, I'm going to walk through HubSpot. So I'm just going to click this one right here since it is handy. Gorgeous. Now you're going to select a trigger. So basically this is saying when this happens, I want this action to happen. So for this example, let's just say when we get a new calendar subscriber, I would like to automatically add that contact to a list. And let's go ahead and connect my apps. Just so you know, if you leave these blank, you're going to have to fill that out in the next step. So either way is fine, both work. Great, so let's jump into connect my apps. Now we're in the Zapier workflow editor. I'm going to give this a name and just call this calendar subscriber into list AEHS. Great. So from here, we can see there's a couple different caution signs, meaning that we have things to configure. We will click into the trigger and we can see, like I said, this already is all filled out for the new subscriber in AddEvent since we selected that in the last page. If you needed to, you could go ahead and change that right here. That's totally up to you, but I like doing mine on the first screen so that I know it's already set up there. You're going to choose your account. Since I've got multiple AddEvent accounts, I'm going to select the one that I would like this to be looking at and hit continue. And now I can basically choose the calendar ID that I'm looking for. So I am looking for the Zapier integration example. Basically, I'm looking for any subscriber that has subscribed to that calendar. So we will hit continue, and it's just going to test your trigger. For this specific one, since we're looking for calendar subscribers, you need to have a calendar subscriber in there for it to be able to test correctly. Just so you know, that might be an issue. If you don't have a subscriber, you might get an error for that. Next up, we are going to set up the HubSpot side of things. So I have connected my HubSpot account already. You might be prompted to, it should walk you through how to do that. Go ahead and hit continue once you have your account connected. And then basically we're going to tell it what action we would like it to do. So for this one, we said we want it to add that contact to a list. So we are going to look for Zapier, or I think my list might be called integration example. There we go. And that's just going to be a list that you've already set up in HubSpot. So just make sure that you've got that set up ahead of time. Here, it's asking for the contact email. So we are going to tell it what field in AddEvent is going to be mapped to the HubSpot email address field. So we're going to pop in my email field here. This is my email for the example. And then basically the help my task, if contact is already a member of the list, that's just saying if the subscriber of this list is already in this list, you can go ahead and say, don't bother putting me in here since I already exist. That would be true, or you can leave it as false if you're fine with having it be put back in. That's really totally up to you. Down here, you'll see, this basically is if you're already a member of the list, the task wouldn't be counted against your task quota. That's a Zapier task quota. So if you've got any questions about that, definitely look into the Zapier documentation there. We'll go ahead and hit continue since that is mapped correctly now, and we can go ahead and test that action. So again, testing the adding the contact to the list in HubSpot. We can see that my contact has been successfully sent to HubSpot about 1 second ago, 6 seconds ago. It'll continue to update so that it looks great there. Essentially, that is basically saying, okay, we've tested the AddEvent side of things, we've tested the HubSpot side of things, everything looks good, and now you are all set to publish. So if you're ready to set this live and have that go to that list, you are ready to hit that gorgeous publish button. Let us know if that was helpful, if you've got any other questions. Again, you can totally sub out different actions, different triggers, what have you. So if I wanted to just create a contact instead of adding it to a list, you could do that. It's super customizable and should hopefully get the job done of what you're looking to automate. Thanks for sticking with us and hope you are having a great